Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. In this session, we'll explore the key influencing factors of service level in a contact center. These are the levers that can make or break performance, directly shaping customer satisfaction, operational efficiency, and overall cost to serve. Let's dive in and see how each factor plays its role. Let's start with call or interaction volume. This is one of the most powerful drivers of service level. When incoming calls, chats, or messages exceed what was forecasted, queues get overloaded and SL takes a hit. For example, imagine a sudden billing issue announcement. It can instantly double your call volume. The result? Service level can plummet, say from 85% down to 60%. That's why accurate forecasting and proactive planning are critical levers for maintaining performance. Next, let's talk about workforce management and staffing, one of the most critical levers for service level. It begins with forecast accuracy. If demand is underestimated, you simply won't have enough agents to handle interactions, leading to long wait times. But even with a solid forecast, service level can still slip if agents are unscheduled effectively or don't adhere to their schedules. And then comes shrinkage, both planned, like training or meetings, and unplanned, like absenteeism or lateness. Together, these factors reduce the number of agents actually available to serve customers, making workforce management a key determinant of SL performance. Now, let's focus on average handle time, or AHT. This measures how long agents spend handling each interaction. Why does it matter? Because longer calls tie up agents, leaving new customers waiting in the queue. Even a small increase, say just 30 seconds, multiplied across thousands of calls can create a ripple effect that pushes service level below target. That's why monitoring AHT and supporting agents with tools, training, and streamlined processes is essential to keep SL on track. Our next factor is queue and routing design, how interactions are directed within the contact center. Skill-based routing ensures the right customer reaches the right agent with the right skills, minimizing transfers and cutting down wait times. VIP and priority queues protect high-value customers, but if resources are stretched, they can reduce service level for the general queue. And finally, callback options. These don't just lower perceived wait time, they also create a smoother experience that supports stronger SL performance overall. In short, smart queue and routing strategies are vital levers for balancing fairness, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. Now let's look at abandonment behavior. Customers who hang up quickly, often within 5 seconds, are called short abandons, and many centers choose to exclude them from service level calculations. But here's the key insight. High abandonment rates signal that customers won't tolerate long waits. And depending on how abandons are defined in your SL formula, they can either make performance look better than it truly is, or far worse. That's why understanding and managing abandonment behavior is critical to interpreting service level accurately and improving the customer experience. Next up is average speed of answer, or ASA, a metric that directly links to service level. The faster the ASA, the higher the likelihood of meeting SL targets. But ASA doesn't exist in isolation. It's driven by agent availability, by how queues are managed, and by how efficient your technology is at routing calls. In other words, ASA is both an outcome and a driver, and getting it right is a key step in strengthening overall service level performance. Another key factor is technology and infrastructure. Tools like IVR and AI chatbots can offload simple queries, freeing agents to focus on complex cases, boosting service level. But when systems go down, whether it's a telephony outage or a sluggish CRM, wait times climb and SL drops fast. And with today's omnichannel platforms, unified routing across voice, chat, and social avoids silos and keeps the workload balanced. In short, technology isn't just a support, it's a backbone that can make or break service level performance. Finally, let's look at operational policies and targets. Service level performance is shaped by the thresholds you set, like 80% of calls in 20 seconds or 90% of chats in 30 seconds. The stricter the threshold, the harder it is to achieve. Beyond metrics, business priorities also play a role. For example, a contact center focused on cost-cutting may choose leaner staffing, which saves money but sacrifices service level. The balance between policy, targets, and resources is a strategic lever every operation must manage carefully. Our last factor is agent performance and morale. Productive, high-performing agents resolve queries faster, which frees up capacity and directly lifts service level. But morale matters just as much. When agents face constant backlogs and long queues, stress builds, burnout rises, and attrition follows. That creates a vicious cycle where poor SL makes morale worse, and low morale drags SL down even further. Supporting agent well-being and performance is therefore not just about people, it's about protecting the customer experience and the center's overall performance. And finally, let's talk about external and seasonal factors. These are forces outside the center's direct control, yet they have a major impact on service level. Campaigns and promotions often trigger higher call volumes. Seasonal peaks, like holidays, tax season, or new product launches, can create predictable demand spikes. And then there are the unexpected events, system outages, regulatory changes, or emergencies that can instantly double or even triple interaction volumes. That's why resilience, flexibility, and contingency planning are essential to safeguard service level when the unexpected hits. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.